Namaste, angels. I'm just going to do a little follow-up for a client. I had done a reading for her, and at one point she got confused as to whether she or the masculine's former wife might be his partner. Now, I had never, like when we came to meet, she told me who her masculine was. Like I didn't tell her. So if she was questioning it, then we got to check. So I said, oh, okay, I'll watch your reading. And I still may, but I haven't yet. I've been really, really busy, not complaining, very thankful. I want to help as many people as I can, you know, before we go into the new year, as soon as we get into the new year, you know, before we walk too far down the path. And so, yeah, I've just been really, really busy. And when I was talking to her, I kind of felt that it had to do with fear anyway, that maybe they had been in separation for a while. And because of that, she was just fearful that there was no connection. And I think I may be right already, having not even done anything yet, because she's an Aquarius and I saw a bunch of air energy. But also I'm going to begin with the 8 of air, which is about fear. At least for one thing, feeling trapped, afraid to take action, stuck. And there's more air here. This is air and water with balance. And I'm going to use this deck first, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my client here and the wife here and see what's up. Opening to eternal flame. I don't believe there's a fire sign involved. I don't know anybody's moon or rising sign or anything. So that's a possibility too. Balance back, sorrow. There may have been some hurt. That's actually my second time seeing that card now that I think about it. I saw it when I was shuffling too. Embrace, which is about the need to come into balance with oneself and perhaps as a union as well. Not unlike this one. This is, you know, also about balance. It's even called balance. The yin and yang. One person's inner masculine and feminine. And then a separate and apart from that, a masculine and feminine energy coming together as well. Balance. And the universal heart, Jesus Christ, who gets celebrated quite a bit this week. We still have octaves of Christmas going on. The 3rd is the feast day of the holy name of Jesus. There's a feast day for the Holy Family coming up. Rather than celebrating St. Joseph, St. Mary, Jesus, all separate and apart, we celebrate them together. And then the Feast of the Epiphany, which is when the 3 kings came, or when we celebrate the Magi. So people call it 3 Kings, that holiday, rather than Epiphany, or Little Christmas. That is also this week. So there's a lot of universal heart surrounding us, but more importantly for her, maybe right now, sacred union. Balance and tantric union. You know what? On that note, I will cut. Let's just see what we got here. They're all good and shuffled up, and I've come to answered prayer. And the overall energy is sacred union yet again. So like I said, I will put my client here. And the wife, or the presumed quote-unquote karmic, here. Celebration. That also can be attached to not only the Holy Family, but what I've been seeing a lot this week, that this week is about transformation and rebirth and being born again, not unlike some quote unquote Christians celebrate. You know, they get born again, rebaptized. This week is also the feast day of the baptism of Jesus. So when he was baptized by St. John the Baptist, that's also this week. And this dove always reminds me of not only Jesus, but the other quote unquote saints who were raised from the dead at the same time that he was. If you read the scriptures, he wasn't the only person that was raised from the dead with the feast day of the resurrection. There were other quote unquote saints. They're referred to as saints in the scriptures who were also brought back. And those who could see them and those who could not, right? Only those who had eyes could see. And Jesus had warned them of that before he was even crucified. So this card is has very deep meaning for me. It's more than just celebration. However, this is also the week of New Year's Eve. So there are some celebrations going on this week. And some of us are celebrating other holidays as we speak. Kwanzaa is still going on now. It will go through the 1st. There's also a full moon this week. Some people might celebrate that. So we might still be celebrating Christmas, getting together. They weren't able to, meet last week, or family wasn't able to visit. And now this weekend they're doing it. Different things like that. Answered prayer right next to this very Pentecostal dove. I'd say that's important. And this card is a lot about air to me as well. Water too, but I'm not sure where water might fit in. Again, I don't know anybody's moon or rising sign, but there's a lot of puffs of smoke and air in this picture, as well as the star on this woman's chest. And the star in the tarot represents, of course, the sign of Aquarius. My client is an Aquarius. Fear, as I suspected. And abundance, earth sign. The masculine is an earth sign, I believe, Capricorn. So here we have abundance flowing in all forms, not just like financially and materially, but also love. And here, heaven on earth. So we're starting with a card that means you need to get rid of something in order to have something new. That's what heaven on earth is. If you want to have heaven on earth, you have to let go of something that's holding you back from it. The next card, the mystic, also very Aquarian to me. And also water. Guides us to pay attention to our intuition, but it's also about communication. And I think more so like telepathic, electronic in that sense, from one electric being to another. Dreams. Well, here we have dreams, prayers coming true, crossing the dreams down here. And here is the sorrow. It's also attached to this relationship. So since something has to be let go, since the Aquarius is showing up here, as are the prayers, the dreams, and the sorrow, thus far, I'm thinking my client is still in the lead, in the running, as being the other half of this sacred union, or half of this sacred union. But let's look a little further. Again, beginning with the Eight of Air, which is all about fear or a feeling of being trapped, stuck. It's similar to devil energy, which does represent the sign of Capricorn in the tarot, major arcana card number 15, the devil, or in this deck, ego. An illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. An opening to the Queen of Fire, who is confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. Eight of Air. And Justice, more air, represents the, it's another Eight of Air too. Major Arcana card number 8. It represents the sign of Libra or other air sign, Aquarius, Gemini. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. 8 of air. And the King of Fire, who's motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Take advice from someone creative. We perhaps have seen the masculine and feminine halves of the sacred union, seeing the Queen of Fire and the King of Fire. Those each represent a divine partner, half of a divine union, which is ultimately represented by the 2 of Fire in the tarot. 8 of air back, and unity, which represents earth signs, particularly Taurus, but it can be Capricorn too and Virgo. Traditional viewpoints or methods. As a matter of fact, for me, the high priest is a Virgo. He's not a Taurus at all. Traditional viewpoints or methods. Spiritual organizations. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Unity. And the 7 of earth. Seeds well planted. A temporary pause in action. This unnecessary worry. Like 8 of air, perhaps. Just because you can't see things happening doesn't mean that they are not. How do you like that? How funny is that? Seriously. The 8 of air is back. An illusion of being trapped. A lack of self-confidence. Afraid to take action. But the overall energy is the 2 of water. So very similar to the other deck, the overall energy having been the sacred union card. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict. The masculine here. And specifically my client, no one else, here. Crowning the union at the root and the heart of the matter. The 10 of water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. You have trustworthy relationships. So you may be enjoying family, friends right now. A lot of people are. A lot of us are. Surrounded, however, by the 2 of earth. Too much going on at once. There's a need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. The 2 of earth can also be about, well, for me, deja vu from hell. Like continuing to come back to the same type of place over and over and over in your life. Same place. Why did we get here again? Why are we here again? How do we get out? Why do we keep coming back here? Like that type of energy. But it can also be about balancing. I started out with that card balance. Balancing between like work and play. Or, you know, finding time for all of your relationships. Finding time for yourself. Several different possibilities. Deciding between 2 practical matters. And in his subconscious, a desire to move on. The search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. You may want to move away from family, friends. The unity card, often to me that we saw before, the high priest, or the Hierophant rather, often is about our environment and the need to sort of upgrade it and make sure, you know, like constantly check around and make sure that we still align and with what we surround ourselves aligns with our vibration. It should match our vibration or be higher and give us something from which to learn and someone from which to learn. And sometimes we have to narrow that down, and that's going to be crucial for all of us right about now, like the collective. And you will see that in my other readings, the collective readings. The feminine is crowned by the Page of Fire. who's outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Well, pages bring news. That can be all this is. However, court cards often tend to be actual people. So this can represent a person, perhaps yourself, presenting you with an opportunity or stumbling upon an opportunity. A page of fire is a Sagittarius to me, likely, but can also be a Leo or Aries or somebody with those traits or attributes, and perhaps even a Scorpio. There could be a Scorpio involved here too. Mars, ruler of Aries, the fire sign Aries, also rules the water sign Scorpio. The feminine is surrounded by the king of fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Take advice from someone creative. King of fire, again, is the quintessential divine masculine of the tarot. Also may be a fire sign, somebody impactful upon you, a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or even a Scorpio, or any zodiac sign. It doesn't have to match. It could be any zodiac sign, someone taking on these traits or attributes, being particularly passionate about something, someone, someplace, combination of those. And in the feminine subconscious, it's the page of water. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly is the page of water. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. So like the old phase dies. Now Mars is in Scorpio. Mars, ruler of Scorpio, is in Scorpio right now, as is Jupiter. So these two could be, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, but it's also in Scorpio. That can be why these cards are showing up. They can be presenting you with the opportunity. Jupiter is the planet of karma, or some people would say luck. I don't believe in luck, karma. It can be presenting you with an opportunity. The page of water is a Pisces to me, or that energy. And it can be as simple as the planet Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces, which it rules. That's enough for this to show up. Page of water can also be you, can be the divine masculine, whether you are a water sign or not. And it's about an offer, like all pages are, but this will be an offer of love, an offer of something that's going to make you feel emotionally happy. Crowning, it's the page of air. Logical, honest, impulsive, and curious is the page of air. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, and truth delivered without tact. The page of air is a Gemini, but can also be an Aquarius or Libra. It's a Gemini for me because, again, pages are the more youthful. But it can be any one of those or any air sign at all. Or any sign, rather, of the zodiac at all. Anybody can take on this type of energy. Although I'm sure it is indeed your energy in this case. At the root, the Six of Water. Does somebody have a Scorpio child or a water sign child? A child with a water sign. Maybe that's what this family represents. Maybe that's what the decision is about. Maybe that's what he wants to leave. Maybe that's what he needs to leave. With the heaven on earth, he needs to let go of something. It could be a toxic relationship. Memories from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children. Romanticizing the past. Sitting next to the page of water, which again can be about an offer of love. This is also a soulmate or past life relationship card, and can be about that, making an offer of love to the soulmate. And at the heart of the matter, the Six of Earth. Gifts of money, time, or effort. New career opportunities, and receiving a loan or paying off debts. This card, at the heart of the matter, represents air and earth. It represents the planet Venus for me. Venus, which rules Libra and is about balance. And Taurus. I'm going to further clarify with the romance angels, beginning with heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. That can be what the page of air shows up to do, to drop truth bombs. And opening to children, your love life is being affected by children. Heart-to-heart conversations. And honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Well, it is again, indeed, holiday time. I mentioned that before with the dove and the celebrations. And it's also a full moon this week. The first is the full moon in Cancer. Another reason for all this water to show up. Honeymoon. And calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Calling in your soulmate. I'll go one more. Children are back. I was going to stop anyway, but on that note, I definitely will. Your love life is still being affected by children. Children, now at the top. I'm cutting, as promised. Past life relationship. You've known each other before. The overall energy is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Top the 10 of water. Let go of control issues. Allow a situation to unfold naturally. I think he needs to let go of whatever this situation here is with this family that is represented by the 10 of water. And he wants to. That's why the 8 of water is down here with a desire to move on. And he's going off in another direction. Atop the 2 of earth. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This can be somebody that helps him to balance out his time. Someone that takes on part of the load or handles a task for him so he can do something else. For me, it's the angels. It can be the angels for him to call out to the angels, call out to the universe, call out to God, whomever you wish to help you. Let them. Atop that 8 of water, boom. This is why he wants to move on and walk away. This is a codependent, toxic situation here. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. People, places, and things, or things, or a combination of those. Yes, he keeps trying to force his hand, control it. You cannot. You have to cut the cords and release it. It is no good for you. He could probably stand to do with some energy healing. Whether you're able to do it for yourself, you wish to look into what I have or what somebody else has. Or you want to suggest it to him or have his friend suggest it to him and he can get some help. Those are suggestions. Atop the page of fire, keep an open mind about this opportunity. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So things are not going the way you would expect. That's okay. We still want to stay out of our heads. And I know that's difficult as an air sign. Believe me, I sympathize, I empathize, all of that. I have a lot of air. Beginning with my sun and moon. Atop the king of fire, trust. Trust him. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Atop the page of water, we're calling in the soulmate. The soulmate here that may differ from your usual type and expectations, we're calling them in here. Atop this offer of love, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So remember the prayers that are answered? Here they are. Atop the page of air, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. The passion is for the air sign. You, this right is representing your energy. Atop the 6 of water and the soulmate connection, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And lastly, up top the Six of Earth, which is one of my most favorite cards in the entire deck, because to me, of all the others, including the Lovers, this one is the one that is about unconditional love and exchanges and love being able to pass both ways and freely, without cords, without agenda, without requirements, truly unconditional, is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Well, what are your red flags? The King of Fire and the message to trust. The Page of Fire and a message to keep an open mind. If you can do that, I think everything is going to be fine here. There's nothing to worry about. Further advice here. You already have all these beautiful cards, plus Sacred Union, plus the Two of Water. Further to that, celebration is back. We've got a lot to be thankful for and happy about here. As is answered prayer. Remember this, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations will bring you together. The Eight of Earth, skilled work is rewarded. Also, maybe learning all there is to know about a topic and going back to school. So as it relates to love, if you put the effort in, you get the payoff. As it relates to work or school, you put the effort in, you do the studying, you do the assignments, you do the work, you get the payoff. For you, Five of Air, this is your energy. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. The Five of Air is about panic. Sometimes panic that causes us to do something unwarranted that is not in our best interests and causes us delay. This may be a warning to you not to do any of that. I'm hoping it's a warning and not a message to me that you've already done it. And to the masculine soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate, as this also would indicate. And lastly for you, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So the cord still exists and all is well. I hope that you find this helpful. Namaste, Angel.